Learning team. My name is Brian Cortez. I teach at Savannah High School. I teach U.S. History en Español, World History una perspectiva latinoamericana, AP U.S. History, and U.S. History. Today I will be sharing with you a lesson on immigration that I typically use in my U.S. History class. I will be conducting this lesson on immigration on the week of December 7, which is week 17. I have done this lesson in the past while we were in the classroom. So doing it in distant learning, I had to make some modifications to it. The two standards that this lesson will focus on will be Standard C, Community Building, and Standard D, Learning Engagement. To begin the lesson, we usually provide opportunities to develop background knowledge. First, with this activity, QFT reading, which is a COMI activity, where students are going to first begin with the analysis of this visual. Then we will provide some kind of background reading for them, and then students will use the voice comment to provide a summary, an oral summary. The second opportunity to develop background knowledge will be through this presentation. For this activity, students will answer questions based on the information and visuals in the presentation, but it would also ask them reflection questions based upon this topic of immigration. Students will also have the opportunity to participate in a virtual interactive tour from Ellis Island to get to know more of immigration here in the United States. But the final and most important part of this lesson is this activity titled Immigration Oral History. So for this activity, students will interview a person who experienced immigration. And for those students who may not know anybody who has experienced immigration, they have the option of either interviewing maybe a friend's family, or if that is not the case, then they can interview somebody that has experienced a move from one place to another, whether they moved from state to state or they moved from city to city. The activity is broken down into two parts. Part one is where they develop an introduction. Part two is where they will create the interview. They will either use Anchor to record the audio of the interview, or they will use Adobe Spark to create a video. Students are given instructions, basically guidelines on what to ask and how to set up their interview. The purpose of this activity is to help students understand the challenges and obstacles that immigration brings by making it relevant to them, just like immigrants in the 19th century to immigrants today. What is the struggle? And most importantly, this activity was created to preserve family history for the students and their families to enjoy for generations to come.